There's a lot to get to, Congressman. You were in the Armed Services Committee. So let's start with this document leak. And the latest that we are learning from the Washington Post that the leaker worked on a military base, shared docs in a Discord group that he was part of. What's your response to that?
Well, it's deeply concerning. We need to make sure that our secrets are safe, and our committee will be working to see why those leaks happen and how we can protect America's secrets so our troops are not in harm's way.
Are you surprised by a young person leaking this on a gaming site, and then you have these teenagers following this gaming site? I mean, the mere fact, if this reporting is true, that classified documents and secrets can get into the hands of people on a site like this, it's stunning.
It's stunning, and it's not a game. I mean, when you have a leak of sensitive information, it puts American military personnel at risk. These are people who are wearing the uniform. They're taking risks with their lives. This is not a light matter. It puts Ukrainians, civilians, at potential risk. And so we have to understand why there was a breakdown, why these leaks happen, how to prevent them from happening again.
Can you share anything, because you were, the Pentagon briefed you yesterday, your committee?
Well, I don't want to get into the details, obviously, of anything that is sensitive, but all I can say is that the committee is deeply concerned about any leaks, and we'll be doing everything we can to make sure that this kind of situation doesn't happen again, and we'll be asking why there was a breakdown in the protection of intelligence.
Congressman, also overnight, an appeals court partially froze a Texas judge's order that would have suspended FDA approval of medication abortion pill mifepristone. What is your take on this?
Well, it was an outrageous ruling by the Texas judge, as is evident by the fact that it was overturned in a few days. The idea that you would deny a pill that millions of women have been using for years and the FDA approved shows how ideological extreme some of these judges have become. Now, the Court of Appeals are glad that they have allowed the pill to be used, but they still have put some restrictions in place that make no sense. I mean, why should you not be able to get a medicine in the mail? In the 21st century America, that makes no sense. Why can't you get this pill in a health clinic without having to go through your doctor? So there are common sense measures that the appeals court still needs to fix, and I hope that the Supreme Court will fix it. But I'm glad that the Biden Justice Department is fighting this every step of the way, and it's a step to have the outrageous FDA decision by the Texas judge overturned.
You use the original ruling that you said was outrageous. You used that ruling to call for the resignation of one of your colleagues, and you also are the co-chair of the Democratic Congressman Barbara Lee's campaign to fill Dianne Feinstein's seat come 2024. Why are you asking Dianne Feinstein to resign?
First of all, let me just say this. I have an enormous amount of respect for Senator Dianne Feinstein. She has had an extraordinary career in public service. She's been an icon on issues of gun violence and women's rights. But it has become painfully obvious to many of us in California that she is no longer able to fulfill her duties. She doesn't have a clear return date. We haven't been able to confirm judges at a time where women's rights and voting rights are under assault. Senator Durbin himself, who's the chair of Judiciary, has said that the reason we're not being able to move these judges is because Senator Feinstein isn't there. And so as someone from California, I felt an obligation to say what so many colleagues are saying in private, that the time has come for her to gracefully step down and have a dignified end to a very distinguished political career.
Overnight, Dianne Feinstein said that she wanted the Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer to temporarily appoint someone to take her place on the committee. Does that alleviate any of your concerns, or do you still want her to resign?
It's a step, but as has been reported, it's not that simple. Any single senator, a Republican senator, can object to that. Senator Schumer has done the right thing. He said he's going to try to get that done in the Senate. But we have to see if that's even possible. And I guess my question is, why not just take the step and resign instead of going through all of these motions. But I will say it's constructive. The most urgent issue is that we can get our judges confirmed.
Congressman Khanna, thank you.
Thank you, Don.